All right, this is lesson 15 in book 3 of beginning rock guitar, Blue Note Strut. And it's another one of those kind of Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of Texas blues sounding things. And if you remember from book 2, we got into blue notes a little bit. And on the tablature, on the fret number, I write a little squiggly. It almost looks like a backwards comma, and that's a blue note, and that means you're bending it slightly, but you're not bending it up to like a half step. It might get up to a half step. Sometimes you vary how much you bend a blue note, and like some of the rockabilly guys will bend it more than the blues guys, but it's all up to personal preference. And so you've got blue notes here in the treble strings, like the second note of the riff. And you're going to start the riff with an upstroke, by the way, because you've got an eighth rest, like 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. 1, 2 and 3, 4. That's basically the rhythm, but you want to start with an upstroke. And that second note, you know, it almost sounds like you'd bend up to this note, like, and a lot of blues players would do that, but this is just a slight bend. It's a blue note. And then in the bass, kind of right before the final chord, it's like a 2-measure phrase, the final chord of the second measure of the phrase. And then it's pretty much that way all the way through. So the second phrase is exactly like the first. So I'll play the 2 phrases back to back. 1, 2, okay. 3 and 4 and 1. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Third phrase, up, down, up, down, up, down. Now here you might want to go to, instead of second finger on the second fret of the 4th string, go to first finger on the second fret of the 4th string, because that'll help you get into this A7 chord. And this is a clamped A7, so my first finger is pressing 3rd and 4th strings, and I'm clamping it as if it's a capo, you know, I'm just collapsing it on those 2 strings. And then my second finger is on the 2nd fret of the 2nd string, and then my pinky is on the 3rd fret of the 1st string. Don't use 3rd finger, use pinky. There is a reason for that, but just trust me here. So when you get into that chord, it's again rest, and 2 and 3 and 4. I'm sorry, and 2 and 3 and first finger, blue note, and then second finger, because you're going back to the original E. And this is a little different. B sharp ninth, open, A, and that's really, it's important to be strong with that, with the bass notes, and then this fourth string open, make sure it's strong, and that you connect. It's real easy to just kind of muff over it, you know, but so that lick again, going into the B sharp ninth chord, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. And then just like the first phrase. And then you can repeat, or I repeated it the first time I played it. Now I'm going to end it. 0, 2, 3, and then the seventh chord there. Okay, so I made a couple of mistakes, but I stopped and redid it, so it should be clear. And when you strum those chords, it's down, down, up, down, down. So let's go over the picking. Just the basic picking, like in the first phrase, is pretty much the way it is through most of it. It's rest, up, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down. So it's mostly downstrokes. You're starting with an upstroke, and you do down, up on the eighth note strums, you know, when you're doing the chords. And that's, you know, pretty much it, you know. So have fun with this one. This is, I think, a pretty cool riff at the level that we're at in Book 3. So, you know, we're not doing anything earth-shattering yet, but we're bending strings a little bit. We're coordinating. The reading is a little harder with that eighth rest. You know, it's like 1 and 2 and. So you have to make sure that you understand the rhythm. And so have fun with this. And don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button as well. And visit me on Patreon. I've got a Patreon link in the Show More section of my YouTube video here. And also go to Facebook and like my John Hedger Guitar Studio Facebook page. Okay, a lot of stuff to like, because I'm a likable guy, right? Okay? So have fun. We'll see you next time. All right.